Good afternoon. Good afternoon. All right, good afternoon. Let me copy the link. I hope everyone is doing well on today. I have not been live in a while, and so I wanted to take the opportunity to just come in and drop in for just about 10 minutes or so and talk to you today about grants. It is 2023, and this is definitely a great time for organizations to prepare their grants calendar. But before we prepare a grants calendar, the number one question that I always receive, of course, is how do I research funding opportunities? So, of course, if you are live watching this, and this is on my page, you know who I am, but this will be shared. This will be shared on YouTube and dispersed on other channels later. So I would like to introduce myself. My name is Shanquetta Cunningham. I am the owner and lead strategist of Caris Group Consulting, and it's our mission to disrupt narratives about nonprofit success. Oftentimes, people will believe that starting a nonprofit means that you have to be no profit. But in order to best serve your community, your organization's finances also have to be best served. And I teach nonprofit leaders how to increase their income, their influence, and their community impact with strategy and leadership training, and also grant writing. And today's message is a part of just giving you a glimpse into what I do for amazing nonprofit leaders whom I affectionately call the second responders of our communities. And so again, today we are going to talk about 3 ways in which you can research grant opportunities at no cost. So why is the emphasis on free and no cost? Well, that's really because there are programs out there that you can pay and that you can patronize to do the research work for you. But I know that they cost hundreds to thousands of dollars. And if you are a nonprofit organization, it's just, hey, you're trying to maneuver and conserve your finances and grow. And so it's one of those things to where starting your nonprofit organization is having, one of these programs valuable to your grant research? Yes. Is it necessary as you start out and that's what you pour thousands of dollars into as you're building your programs and as you're securing venue spaces for your events and needing to further your outreach? I am going to professionally say no. There may be other consultants that may not agree to that. But in my professional experience in doing this for almost a decade, I will say that there are opportunities I would encourage nonprofit leaders to take advantage of first, and to get a rhythm of researching grant opportunities, discovering ways to maximize what's free, and then pay for what you need to pay for when you have the money to do so. So with that, I'm going to share with you 3 of those tips. Now, there are more, and so I possibly may do a part 2 to this, because I realized as I was typing this up to share with you, like, there are other ways in which I teach my clients, or if I do workshops, how to look for free opportunities. But for today's sake, and as you're on your lunch break, and before you got back into the office, I'm going to only share 3 of those ways with you in this afternoon. So let's start with tip number 1. I am not an affiliate at all of Candid.org. Candid.org. I would love to be an affiliate. Unshameless plug. But I really do believe that nonprofit leaders should be subscribed to Candid.org. So Candid allows you to create a profile and access free opportunities in line with your mission interest, such as if you want to find grants for community development, you want to research grant opportunities to fund your mission of helping women and children in domestic violence environments. But whatever that is, they allow you to create a basic profile and subscribe by category of your interest to their database of thousands upon thousands of grant funding opportunities. And you can also even research these opportunities by your geographic region or your state. Now, I will say, I'm from Arkansas, and that's where our company is based, in Arkansas. It's not as advantageous as starting out as a nonprofit professional. I definitely, and even to this day, I still subscribe to Candid, even though I do utilize another software. I do subscribe to Candid.org because they send you RFPs, requests for proposals, and information about upcoming grant opportunities, again, related to the categories of interest you've chosen. And so it's a good way to just see what's out there and to see what pops up. And so if you are in need of wanting to, again, not invest in a program to where you have to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars, not hundreds of thousands, hundreds of dollars or thousands of dollars, Candid is a great start. And Candid is spelled CANDID, Candid.org. Now, they do have a subscription-based program that you can invest in for your nonprofit. But again, if you are starting out, and of course, with the timing that it takes to grant research, I think creating a basic profile for you to, align with the mission interest of your particular organization, and then reading through those requests for proposals that they'll send to you. Either they will send to you daily or weekly, however you categorize it, and just utilize a free version and, see how that works for your organization. But Candid.org is a great, great resource. All right, let me give you all a bonus though. So while I'm encouraging you to subscribe to Candid.org and get access to the free grant opportunities that they will send to your email, you have to discipline yourself to researching those opportunities, or you will have 1,000 emails unopened. So if you can, what I teach my clients, just pick a day. Pick one day that you can devote 30 to 45 minutes looking through the various emails so that you can flag the ones that are of interest, you believe, with your project priorities, and that you can share with your team and your board, or whomever is assisting you with your grant applications. All righty. So that's tip number 1. Subscribe to Candid.org and their Philanthropy News Digest. I don't think I said that earlier, but that's how you receive the grant opportunities. through their Philanthropy News Digest. Subscribe to that, create your profile, y'all. It's easy. You can do it in less than 5 minutes and have grant opportunities coming to your inbox daily. All righty, let's get to tip number 2. What's another great way for you to access grant opportunities at no cost? I just don't believe that you should reinvent the wheel. Now, I don't believe in imitation, right? So I want to have just create that, clear picture that I am not telling you to imitate anyone. I am telling you, though, that there are organizations of similar mission and program models to which you are operating in. There is nothing new under the sun. I know that we all have a unique value in how we may deliver. We all have the uniqueness in our approach, and there's only one of you. There are, however, similar and aligned mission organizations and peer organizations that you can glean from who's had success in their impact, their community outreach, they're influential, and they have acquired numerous grant awards. So there is no sense, again, in reinventing the wheel. I encourage you to subscribe to their newsletter. So let's just say you are up and coming nonprofit doing great work in Arkansas, and there's someone else that's running a mentorship program in Texas. It's great to have, it's like we do in the professional world, we have mentors and advisors. I believe the same concept can be applied to nonprofit organizations, that you can have mentor organizations, entities that you look up to who are doing the great work, who have the experience and who have the results of success. So subscribe to their newsletter, because in their newsletter, they're not only going to be sharing about what's upcoming in their organization. Trust me, when they receive grant funding, they are going to share about it. They are going to post it on their social media accounts. They are also going to share it if the executive director is on LinkedIn. I assure you, he or she, they're going to promote their grant funding awards on that platform. Also, they may even have a thank you to our sponsors or thank you to our partners, community partners, web page on their website. And so, again, it's an opportunity to glean from people who are doing amazing work in the similar fashion as you. And I'm losing my words. So by, watching what they do and how they do it, it can enhance your success rate when it comes to aligning with potential grant partners. Just lost it for a second. All righty, let's get to tip number 3. The final free way for this video, in which I would like to share about how do you as a nonprofit that you may be cash strapped, or you don't have thousands of dollars to pay for a software program to find grant opportunities. What's another way to which you can utilize a free resource? And you all, it is with the Google, right? The Google is a whole noun, an adjective, a verb, all of this great stuff. But truly, Google is a great resource to find grant opportunities. So to avoid going down a rabbit hole, we want to ensure that we use key terms when we are researching grant opportunities, or you're going to get 100 pages of information that you are going to be intimidated to look through and then forfeit researching grant opportunities. So be sure to use key terms such as grants for domestic violence recovery, funding to prevent youth addiction. We want to avoid putting in whole sentences in Google, such as, I have a nonprofit that helps women and children and I need funding. Those are going to lead you to non-successful research engines that will not help you, when it comes down to finding those grant opportunities. So we want to use 4 to 5 keywords, again, such as funding to prevent youth addiction, funding to support uh, education in rural communities, right? You just want to use key search terms in the Google engine so that you can have a better success at finding opportunities and great leads. You're not going to go to spam or just, again, websites that add no value. And a part of this, going back to that bonus tip, is allocating that time. And I know as a nonprofit leader and a nonprofit director, you are doing it all. But I also know that we give time to what we want to give time to. And if you make it a habit, even if you have to set a date in your calendar every Monday at 9 o'clock, so you have a standing 9 o'clock to 9:35, or, a 9 o'clock to 9:50, whatever that time frame is, you have a standing appointment with yourself or with your team to look through these opportunities. I assure you, it will help you as you research grant opportunities. You will void yourself of the frustration of trying to find grant opportunities. And even if you don't do all three, just pick one, whether you are going to subscribe to Candid, whether you are going to look at similar mission oriented organizations that you could glean from and see who's supporting them, because they are likely to support you as well. Or if you want to utilize Google and search for funding opportunities in that fashion, just pick one. Give yourself the next 4 weeks, see how that rhythm flows for you, and then you can progress to the next. So, with this process, it can be it can be a little taxing sometimes if you try to just do research in a panic mode. And that's why I'm encouraging you all to pick one and then pick a date and a time and discipline yourself to researching in that capacity. So, what do you do with all of this information? So you have the grant opportunities. How do you organize it? Well, that is exactly what I teach nonprofit leaders to do. And you have the opportunity right now, if you're going to adopt at least one of these strategies and then research these grant opportunities, how do I put them together so that I am not confused? I have a system in how I organize it, and then I know what to do. And I may even have questions about the particular grant opportunity. Well, this would be an opportune time for you to join us and eliminate that confusion and learn how to track your grant opportunities with a grant tracker and how to systematize it in the Leader Circle program. So I have the amazing and wonderful opportunity to coach nonprofit leaders every Tuesday morning in the Decision Makers Leader Circle. So what that is an opportunity for organizations who don't have the resources to consult with me on a one-to-one basis, who desires to grow the nonprofit, who desires to learn tips and tools such as how do I streamline and organize my grant opportunities. How do I help my board and grow my board or retain board members? How do I structure my programs to where I communicate my message effectively and funders are attracted to the work that we are doing here and the problems that we want to solve in our communities? All of these, what do I do? This is learned inside the Leader Circle. Again, I do this and meet with ambitious nonprofit leaders in what I deem as the best and most exclusive weekly coaching program for nonprofit leaders in the Decision Makers Leaders Program. So you already have the link in the comments at www.consultcaris/leaders-circle. And again, the link is in the comments. But if you want to be a part of that community, if you know that you want high quality consulting, but at an affordable rate, then this is the program I urge nonprofit leaders to join. every week, meet us every Tuesday, and you'll be able to hear more of these success strategies for your nonprofit. Well, all right, that is my time for today. I am so appreciative that you took the time out to listen to this video. Remember, take one of the tools that was shared, take some time to set aside some time to research grant opportunities, discipline yourself to do that once a week. And as you are doing that, join the Leader Circle. Get the consulting that you know that you desire and that will help you. I believe in professional development. I don't say things to my clients that I don't do for myself. Every week, I am getting coached myself with my business mentor, and I just believe that you get to higher heights by engulfing yourself in consistent knowledge. And so that's what the Leader Circle does for nonprofit leaders. It's consistent knowledge in a community with fellow nonprofit leaders. And so, again, I get the opportunity to do that. Join us in the circle, utilize the tips. And also, if you have other topics that you would like for me to share in a live video, please comment that and let me know, and I'll be happy to do that. Until next time, bye-bye.